Welcome to Big Mike's Real Reviews. This is Big Mike, and this is going to be my spoiler-free review of Across the Spider-Verse. Now, I want to preface this review, first of all, with this statement. I had a horrible movie-going experience this time. So apparently, upon leaving the theater, I found out that there was, in my local area, there was a transformer explosion or something like that. And my theater lost power for a little while. And so maybe about 20 minutes into the movie, like everything cut off. Then when they finally got it back on, they were playing sound and not picture. I guess like the projectors or something were messed up, so they were trying to like fix that. They ended up giving us like free movie tickets, all that stuff. I mean, that's fine. They rectified the situation. The transformer blowing up was not their fault. I got it. But especially when you're going to an earlier screening of a movie that you've been waiting for like a lot of years, and then it finally gets here, and then like all this happens, and then when they finally got the movie back up, they had to start it about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes like prior to where we were. So like basically back to the beginning of the movie. So it was just, again, it was a horrible movie going experience, and I'm trying not to let that skew my judgment of this movie. I'm going to, of course, see it probably at least one more time in the theater, maybe two more times in the theater. But I don't want that to skew it. However, I digress. This is a review, and now I would treat it as such. So I will say this. Across the Spider-Verse was a very good sequel to Into the Spider-Verse. Now, I've heard a lot of other people in reviews saying that this was better than the first. To me, it was not. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. That's not taking away from anything that this movie is. I still thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I just still feel like the first one is better. However, this is still a very, very good movie, which I enjoyed a lot. And I'm happy that we don't have to wait a full year to see Beyond the Spider-Verse. But I was really, like, at this point, I was really hoping for, like, maybe even, Christmas time. Like, I know it's March, right? It's going to be March of 2024. But I'm kind of like, okay, of course, since this was supposed to be two parts, because remember when the first trailer came out, it's supposed to be two parts. So we already knew they were kind of doing these together. So we knew it was going to end on a cliffhanger. Of course it does end on a cliffhanger. But it's like, come on. I need to see what else happens here. Let me get it a little bit sooner. Can we get it? Can we get an early Christmas present or something, please? But yeah, I really did enjoy this film. They introduced more spider characters. Of course, just like the first, they were very well developed. The character development was done very well. They always seem to choose very good voice actors for their particular roles as well. Just like Daniel Kaluuya as Spider-Punk. He did amazing. I mean, he was a very good Hobie Brown. I really liked his attitude, his swagger about him, all that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed that. Issa Rae as Spider-Woman was great. Even Oscar Isaac as Miguel O Hara. Great. Like, all these choices were great. I really did enjoy. You're always going to get good character development. You're always going to get good, interesting characters in this Spider-Verse trilogy. So far. Because we know if this is successful, which it's going to be, they could go beyond this trilogy. I mean, they're only planning for the trilogy, but if it makes enough money, come on now. We're going to get more movies. So, that being said, I really, really did enjoy this movie. I highly recommend you going out this weekend to see it. So I know you're waiting on my rating because I've been rambling just a little bit about my experience here in the theater. But I say I will give this movie a 9 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. I still, man, I think, I even said this during my No Way Home review. Into the Spider-Verse and No Way Home to me were like kind of neck and neck in like my favorite Spider-Man films. I still feel like Into the Spider-Verse may have it a little bit more. Like that's probably like a 9.5, maybe even 9.8. It's very hard for me to give a 10. So I really did enjoy those movies. But across the Spider-Verse, I would give a solid 9 out of 10. I still really enjoyed it, but to me, still not as good as the first, but still really, really, really made me anticipate, want to see Beyond the Spider-Verse and see how they wrap this whole thing up and put a nice little bow on it, hopefully, for us. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra generous, give this video a like. It's much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that bell to be notified of all my latest content. And once again, thanks for watching and see you next time.